When you first start out on YouTube, growth can be painfully slow, but there's usually some specific reasons for it. So in this video, I'm going to provide you with actionable steps you can take to avoid that slow growth. So if you want to propel your channel towards successful growth, be sure to watch this whole video. The first thing you need to understand is that there are specific reasons why channels fail. Most of the time, it has to do with the creator not really understanding the right approach on YouTube. Lack of clear focus, unoptimized content, and even inconsistency can all lead to a failed channel. It can often feel like nobody cares about the videos that you're uploading, and that can be demoralizing. But I want you to know there is light at the end of the tunnel. The first thing you need to understand is that YouTube is very crowded. And in order for your channel to shine, you need to be able to step above that noise and present yourself in a way that stands out from the crowd. But how exactly do you do that? Take gaming channels, for example. It would be really cool if you could play video games all day and just record yourself and people would flock to your channel. But that's not the way it works. You do see channels out there that are highly successful that look like that's all they're doing, but the reality is there's a lot more involved. So the first thing you need to do is identify the type of videos or the theme that you're going to focus on. And the next thing you need to do is figure out how to set yourself apart from everybody else who's making those types of videos. One of the best ways to stand out from the crowd is to help them solve problems or provide unique value. In gaming, you can share tutorial type content that walks people through a specific process, what gun to use, how to beat a certain level, or even how to find hidden items. The important thing to remember is that different is better than better. As you start uploading content, you're gonna have the opportunity to analyze the feedback that you're getting on your videos. That includes how many people are clicking on them, how long they're watching, and what they're saying in the comments about those videos. Make sure you're paying attention to your audience and understanding what they're looking for. A lot of times they'll ask you to make a certain video or ask you a question about a video you've already made. Be sure that you're responsive and do everything you can to provide additional value to your audience. And make sure you actually do something with that information. Incorporate the lessons you learned from your previous videos into your next one. Now, you can have the greatest video in the world, but if nobody clicks on it, they'll never know. That's why it's really important to take the time to create thumbnails and titles that are going to intrigue your potential audience and get them to click. Can't collect any of that feedback if nobody's clicking on your videos. You also need to keep in mind that folks are gonna find your videos on their phones. And when they do, those thumbnails are gonna be pretty small. So you don't want to get carried away trying to shove every single thing you can onto a thumbnail. You want to make sure that it's vibrant and high contrast, that it gets their attention, and it does so without a lot of text that's probably going to be too small to read anyway. Save the text for your title. Your title and your thumbnail are always going to appear together, so they need to work as a team and not reproduce each other. You don't need to put your title on your thumbnail. You need to create imagery that gets people to stop long enough to read that title. The better you are at doing that, the more you're going to be able to convert impressions, which is each time YouTube shows your thumbnail on a screen, to clicks, which is when somebody is actually going to take a look at your content and see if you have it all figured out. The purpose of your title and thumbnail is to get somebody interested in your video. The best way to do that is to evoke some type of emotion, but you want to do it in a way that leaves a question unanswered. You don't want to give away the punchline in your title and thumbnail, or they have no reason to click. If you can create some type of cliffhanger that they have to click on your video to figure out or to understand or to see what's coming next, then you're going to be successful at getting people to actually watch your videos. Depending on the content that you're making, you can incorporate trending topics, learning about things that people are searching for in high volume, to incorporate those into your title and thumbnail and the content that you're making. Just a note on that, don't mislead people. You may have heard the term clickbait. That's when you're showing them one thing, but delivering something else. It doesn't do any good to get somebody to click on your thumbnail, only to disappoint them in the content that you made because they don't have anything to do with each other. In fact, it's much more likely to cause them to never watch your videos again. In case you're wondering, that's not the goal. Some of the most successful channels out there have really developed an understanding of storytelling, and they take you through the video step by step kind of like you're watching a movie. You want to present something in the beginning that captures their attention and makes them want to know more, and then you want to walk them through the progress of your video to that ultimate payoff at the end. So definitely look into good storytelling techniques, because those are going to help you tell a better story that captivates people and keeps them watching. You can even take some lessons from the shows that you watch on TV. If you've ever noticed, a lot of shows have a cold open, which before they do titles and intros or anything like that, they just show you an intriguing part of that episode. The point of that is to get you invested, to want to know what happens next. And then once they have you hooked, they go to the beginning of the story and they walk you through ultimately until you get to that payoff that they teased in that cold open. As you can see, there's a lot of moving parts to gaining momentum and creating that explosive growth. One of the things that you want to focus on as you start to upload videos and see those views coming in is understanding exactly what's working and what people are responding to. You want to be able to double down on the popular topics that are really resonating with your audience. When you see a video that is performing a lot better than your other videos, that may be the cue to you to produce another video of a similar topic. Because when you have a video take off, you have a bunch of new viewership coming in. A lot of those folks are subscribing because they enjoyed that particular topic. If you can then keep providing them content relating to that topic, you have the opportunity to give them what they want. YouTube's going to see repeat viewership. You're going to be bringing in a bunch of new people on that topic, and that's going to give you a much better chance at sustained explosive growth. Now, I mentioned at the start of this video how demoralizing it can be when you first start out and it doesn't feel like anybody cares. But the way to get them to care is to consistently upload content and make improvements each time that you do. The more you focus on improving your skills and making better videos, the more people you'll find that care about your content. So many aspiring content creators quit before the magic happens because they're looking for instant gratification. You need to understand that this process will take a little bit of time, and the more you focus on the process and your skill set and learning how to make videos and be consistent on YouTube, the more successful you'll be in the long run. And if you're spending any time comparing your channel to other channels, then that is time wasted. You need to focus on you, how you can improve, how your channel can get better, and ignore all the noise that's just going to distract you and keep you from your goals. So stay focused on the things we talked about in this video. The rest of it is just noise that's going to distract you and keep you from your goals. Make sure you click the subscribe button so you're alerted to future content that can help you grow your channel, and you'll be well on your way to explosive growth on YouTube. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.